What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite. Hope you guys enjoyed the Super Bowl, but tonight we're going to be talking about the biggest change that's ever happened to Call of Duty, some upcoming free-to-play experiences, and other major announcements. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and be sure to check out my returning partner, Manscaped, since they recently released their best package yet with the Lawnmower 4.0. You can use this trimmer to get a clean shave in those hard-to-reach places when your significant other isn't around to help. The package features the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker trimmer for your nose and ears, the Crop Preserver deodorant, and even the Crop Reviver toner. You'll also get some free gifts like the boxer briefs and a really nice luxury travel bag. Be sure to use code Twitch20 to save 20% off any order over at manscaped.com. The link is down below and even as a pinned comment. Now, starting off with the Valentine's Day event that is still live in Vanguard, it does end less than 24 hours from now. I believe it actually ends right when Season 2 begins tomorrow, which is kind of crazy. And the thing about this is that the event actually went live as of, I believe it was Friday. I thought it was going to go live on Monday, actual Valentine's Day, but they started it a couple of days in advance, which I guess is okay. Bit of a different in-game event than what we're accustomed to, because usually we get a bit of an in-game event every season that you could see at the top left of your screen, and you can kind of scroll over there. It's like next to your friends list. You would scroll over there and see about 10 different challenges providing you with 10 different cosmetics, but this one only has 2 different challenges. They reward you with 4 rewards total. The first challenge is to get 5 victories in Champion Hill duos, but that's actually not correct. It's 5 victories, which could be up to a 3rd place win in any version of Champion Hill, whether it's solo, duos, or trios. Not sure why there's a typo there, but completing this challenge does unlock the Type 100 blueprint, as you will see, as well as a player title. And when you go ahead and complete the second challenge, which is to get 15 kills with the Flame Knot, and putting on a Flame Knot gives you that really big teddy bear skin, which is hilarious. But upon beating this one, you'll then get access to an animated calling card and even an operator skin for Wade. So 4 rewards total, and I think the blueprint is actually quite impressive. I got some really nice gameplay with it on stream, as you guys saw, dropping all their streaks. It was fun, but the challenges are fairly broken for the event. Like I said, the Champion Hill victories do count in any version of Champion Hill, and you only have to get at least a 3rd place win. But the 15 kills of the Flame Knot's even more broken, because you only need to get kills with weapons that I believe just emit explosive damage, such as the War Machine or the Death Machine and the Flame Knot. Not sure why those other kill streaks do count, but it's a bit of a broken challenge. But however, it's still cool they provided us with something for this little Valentine's Day event. Let me know how you're feeling about it down below in the comments. But also with that, some very curious individuals online did post some early information about new content coming to Vanguard. First off, Snoop Dogg, which got rumored not too long ago, but an image of his actual operator is out there right now on the internet. I'll leave a link for you guys down below in the description if you want to see that. Can't show you on screen for obvious reasons, but we may be getting more than just the playable operator of Snoop Dogg, but possibly even some announcer lines as well, similar to the voice pack they released for Snoop Dogg and Call of Duty Ghost. And the release date is currently rumored as 4/20, which would be very poetic for Snoop Dogg as a character. So April 20th should be the launch of this, which I believe will be a little bit deep into Season 3 of Vanguard's life cycle. But considering the operator is already being loaded in by hackers, gets me thinking that this could even release at some point during Season 2. You just never know. Along with that, game modes like Infected and Gunfight were also found for Vanguard. We talked about Gunfight a while back. I'm just a bit salty that Champion Hill hasn't gotten any more updates since, the alpha. Definitely deserves some quality of life improvements, whether it's new maps, whether it's more weapons added to the rotation. Not sure why they haven't really messed with it, but I guess if you guys like Gunfight from MW and Cold War, that should be coming to Vanguard at some point soon. And in fact, it's also a fan favorite. Not surprised about that one. But later on in Season 2, we'll be seeing the Arms Race Ground War game mode, which will be featured on the new map Alps. It'll be a pretty massive map, and I believe the points of interest for that map were found a while back. I'll leave them down below in the description for you guys, but it's a fairly sized map. I think almost on par with a Fireteam map from Cold War, and I believe the map Flak Tower from World War II is a part of one of those points of interest. So it'll feature some new areas that we haven't seen in Vanguard yet, which is great. But all that aside with Vanguard, let's talk about the COD partner briefing from a couple of days ago, because for whatever reason, it was the busiest week of all time. We had news about Cold War Year 2, Vanguard Season 2, and then all of a sudden, COD partners were in a call with Activision and I think 70 content creators total, talking about Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. So it was really information we kind of already know, thanks to gaming scoopers in the media that's already reported on. A lot of information for those upcoming releases, but that kind of shows you Activision's lack of faith in Vanguard. The fact that they're already ready to begin talking about the next Call of Duty, right? Darth Vader quote for you, I find their lack of faith disturbing, because it's like, all right, they're already moving on to the next thing. And we know that the Black Ops 4 logo reveal was in March of 2018, which is, I believe, the earliest COD reveal ever, and that game got released in October. So I'm like, okay, okay, if we got a reveal now in February, could we be seeing Modern Warfare 2 release even earlier than Black Ops 4, maybe in September? I mean, it seems like they really want to get in those MW2 sales as fast as they can, considering Vanguard underperformed for them financially. The other thing about that is that Modern Warfare 2 will be the final Call of Duty release before the Microsoft acquisition. So I know the Microsoft acquisition doesn't actually go through until late 2023. June is the current prediction for it, and that's just before the launch of Black Ops 2023. So I'm wondering if they want to get this new game out as fast as they can, because it will end up being the final game before they're under the Microsoft umbrella. Now, perhaps the biggest change to Call of Duty is going to be the way that the main menu works and the way that a Call of Duty hub works. So this has been rumored for quite some time, but finally an actual image of this did leak out on the internet. Can't show you the real image, but here's a mock-up on screen so you can see. Apparently we're going to be getting an official Call of Duty hub, which gives me vibes of Disney Plus, other streaming services, to where you could see the 4 current Call of Duty games that are being updated, the 4 relevant ones at least, and once this does release, it'll feature Modern Warfare 2, Warzone Pacific until Warzone 2 comes out, Black Ops Cold War, and also Vanguard. So this is interesting, and if the yearly COD cycle does continue, then I'm assuming this hub will be rotating games out year after year. For example, Black Ops Cold War will get taken out of this once Black Ops 2023 releases, and then if Sledgehammer comes out with another game in 2024, then Vanguard will be replaced. My question is, could you download this entire hub for like 300 gigs to where you have all COD games installed on your console and you can have a seamless transition from one game to another? Or will you have the option to download each individual game that you want and have a transition from the games that you choose? Because I'm sure not everybody out there has enough space to download all 4 games at once, unless you have an extended hard drive or you're on PC, but maybe that's how this is going to work. But I think this is definitely the next step for Call of Duty, and could be the way that future free-to-play releases do work. That gets me thinking, right? A couple of years ago, there was a rumor that after Vanguard comes out, Sledgehammer would have a free-to-play Call of Duty title also on deck, ready to go, that apparently features building. Now, to what extent, that's unknown, because building, obviously, we have in Fortnite, but how would that really work in Call of Duty? Would it be like the war mode from 2017 World War II, where you could somehow build areas around the map, build a fortress, defense points? We're not sure what that free-to-play game would look like, but if that were to come out at any point soon, I'm assuming it will be added to this Call of Duty hub, maybe under Vanguard or somewhere on there in its own category. It's a bit unknown, but obviously if you guys are like, wait, what happens after the next Black Ops? Does Sledgehammer have another Call of Duty on deck for 2024? I mean, rumors suggest the COD yearly cycle is coming to an end, so I just don't see Sledgehammer coming out with another COD game, at least not for some time. Considering how Vanguard underperformed, I just don't see them doing another game anytime soon, but it's always possible they come out with something after the next Black Ops, sure. We've also heard rumors from around the grapevine by various scoopers, members of the press, claiming that a free-to-play Zombies app is also going to drop at some point. And the question is, what is that free Call of Duty Zombies experience? Will it end up being some type of standalone Outbreak experience on Caldera, or some bigger experience we haven't seen yet? Will it end up featuring a bunch of remasters of older maps? Will it be the future of Call of Duty Zombies as we know it? Will Zombies not even be a part of the next Black Ops game, but instead will have its own application through the Call of Duty hub? So much is possible with this, and to me that is what could pave the way for future remasters, remakes, or quote-unquote Zombies Chronicles 2. I think having all of that through a standalone Zombies application, instead of shoehorning in remasters to games where they wouldn't fit, like Cold War or Vanguard. I want to see them in Cold War, but I just don't think they fit right now. I don't really see Vanguard Victus maps or Cold War Victus maps. I really don't see that, but maybe a standalone Zombies app is what everybody is missing to be able to see experiences like that at some point in the future. Now, considering Activision is getting a fresh start with Warzone with the upcoming release of Warzone 2, which I believe is going to be this fall, I'm wondering if the Warzone mobile rumors are tied into that. I wonder if Warzone mobile is really just the ability to play Warzone 2 on your phone, and you can then have cross-play between consoles, PC, and mobile devices. That's what I think is happening to better compete with how Fortnite does it, where you can play on any platform of your choice, whether it's Nintendo Switch, whether it's console, PC, your phone, whatever the case is. We also have recent rumors, as already reported, that Microsoft does want to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. And maybe the first thing they do is bring Warzone 2 over to Nintendo Switch, where you can also play between mobile devices, Nintendo, consoles, and PC, the works, everything. Maybe that's what's going on, and Warzone 2 truly is the next step for the evolution of Warzone, where you can play on any platform that you want with anybody that you want. Now, we also have a report from Infinity Ward's Pat Kelly, who said that he's extremely excited for this year's game. Says there's a lot in it, but he also teased some big updates with the new Sandbox mode. And he mentioned, and I quote, "It doesn't matter what I hype up, we all will be the judge of it when it launches." So the thing is, Outbreak was already a bit of a sandbox mode for zombies, but DMZ, the rumored third mode in MW2, is supposed to be like Escape from Tarkov, where it's just all about progression, really. You could lose all of your loot if you get killed, but there are objectives to complete, enemies you can kill as well in this online multiplayer experience. It's really rooted in realism, and if it's a sandbox mode, then realistically it should be a big hit. However, it won't be free to play. You have to pay for it. So if it's behind a paywall, could this be a Blackout situation where no matter what, no matter how good the mode is, it still does fall short because it's not free to play for everybody out there to enjoy? But I'm also wondering if this giant map we're going to see in the DMZ mode will also be the same map that we get in Warzone 2. I'm assuming that'll be the case to save them some dev time to make sure they can come out with Warzone 2 as fast as they can, similar to how Verdansk was all throughout Spec Ops, and they obviously released individual regions of Verdansk in regular multiplayer, but they had the entirety of the map done for Spec Ops, to where Spec Ops was kind of an open world experience to an extent though, but then they just transferred all that over and turned it into Warzone. So Warzone 1 will be left behind with just Caldera, probably Rebirth, and maybe the chance of seeing Verdansk added to the rotation, but support for Warzone 1 will in fact be coming to an end once the second iteration of Warzone does release. Now, I do think it's funny that during this conference call with COD partners, Activision themselves did say that Warzone 1 is essentially so broken to a point where it's almost beyond repair, and they admitted that they effed up with the integrations. But what's weird about it is the statement from Pat Kelly and Infinity Ward, who said that when Black Ops Cold War was added to Warzone, Warzone didn't feel like Modern Warfare anymore, but also didn't feel like Black Ops either. The game just existed. They are working to ensure that the future of Warzone, I should say, does not feel like that. But to me, that's a really weird approach, because it's like they wanted Warzone to be exclusive to Modern Warfare, but Activision looked at it from a different standpoint, where they're like, hey, Warzone could just be the future of Call of Duty, where we integrate all future yearly titles. And I get that, but it's like, how didn't they expect Warzone to blow up the way that it did, considering Blackout was behind a paywall, didn't have crossplay or nearly enough budget put into it like Warzone did? Why wouldn't they have thought that Warzone was going to blow up tremendously, considering it was going to be free to play, crossplay everywhere, MW was already a big hit? Why wouldn't they expect Warzone to blow up? So that's kind of weird that they really did think they were going to just do yearly battle royales, right? Warzone for MW, Blackout 2 for Cold War, because that was in development with the Euro Mountains map, and they ended up reusing that for Fireteam and Outbreak, of course. So it's weird, but the thing is, Warzone 2 will only have MW2 content, at least at the start, and I think the way they can integrate future COD titles with it is having the ability to vault weapons. So after Cold War 2 comes out, or the next Black Ops comes out in 2023, maybe they could vault all the MW2 content and just have Black Ops weaponry with a new map. And the way they do that with bundles though is make sure that all future bundles contain skins, kind of like Fortnite, where they could be applied to all weapons, not just one, so they have the freedom eventually to vault any weapons that they want. Because realistically, Warzone 1 is screwed. You know, you can keep integrating more and more CODs, but for how long? Because then eventually you have, what, 3, 4, 5, 6 CODs integrated into Warzone 1. It would just break everything. There'll be too many weapons, too many bundles being used. Obviously, it would have to stop at some point, and it's going to be stopping with the launch of MW2, where Warzone 1 just gets left with MW, Cold War, and Vanguard content. But lastly, to address FOV slider, they confirmed something that we all knew for a while, which is that it just doesn't work, at least on last-gen consoles. And they called it the frame rate slider because you would just drop frames tremendously. They just did not trust stability of an FOV slider for Warzone 1. They do kind of hint they probably could make that work, at least on next-gen consoles, PS5, Series X, but because last-gen players dominate the player count, they felt like it would be unfair to do that. That's why I'm thinking, I know they didn't confirm this, but I'm thinking Warzone 2 probably will be next-gen exclusive, just to ensure you can have an FOV slider on console from day one. And yeah, that would single out a lot of other platforms out there, but I definitely think it's a smart way to do it. If you want to have FOV, you got to play on PS5, Xbox Series X or S, or even a PC. Now, the last thing I'll mention is that this week's about to be fairly hectic. First off, tomorrow is the launch of Season 2 officially. I know people probably played all the content already because it was available offline with the patch on Friday. But I'll be streaming the launch Season 2 in the morning. It does go live at 9 a.m. Pacific. Could even go live sooner than that. We're just unclear about it. But in terms of the new Cold War Year 2 content that I'm sure y'all wondering about, what's going on with WMD, the new weapons, the new bundles, the original Cold War schedule for new bundle launches was Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. So could we get something new added to Cold War tomorrow? Absolutely. Treyarch's recent tweet does hint that the new content does launch with the start of Season 2, even though it's for Vanguard, but I would assume they don't want to overlap or overshadow what's going on in Vanguard with Terra Maledicta and the other content they have coming. So I'm gonna guess this Tuesday will be the launch of the new Cold War content, or some of it at least, but I'll keep you guys posted regardless. I'll be live quite a bit throughout this week, obviously with Vanguard Season 2, hopefully some more Cold War content, and of course the podcast on Friday. But I definitely want to plan more gameplay streams as often as I possibly can. I had a ton of fun earlier today grinding that Valentine's Day event with some of you guys out there. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the biggest change ever coming to Call of Duty with the form of that new hub, that new main menu for the 4 current active games? Also, what are your thoughts on upcoming free-to-play experiences? And also, how are you feeling about some other major announcements that we got from Infinity Ward? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.